Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. After the end of the first test that took place in Chennai, I just thought that I will reminisce on what went wrong for India, what could India have done better, and who should be playing the second test and why. So the who and the why will come later. First, let us try and look at what happened in the first test. You know, several years ago, VVS Lakshman had mentioned in an interview that the most dangerous innings you play is the innings you play after you have scored a century. Meaning, if you are a batsman and you get out to play after having scored a century, there's a sense of euphoria that you can do no wrong, that you're going to get one more hundred, and this perhaps one can call it as extreme euphoria or perhaps overconfidence. This sometimes lets you down and you fail. And is that what happened with the Indian cricket team, having won the most unlikely series in Australia 2-1 with so many injuries that they felt that they were invincible and that they could defeat any team? Well, England came and made them eat humble pie. And if you ask me where India lost it lost it while they were bowling in the first innings. I thought that a couple of bowlers did not help the three top performers, meaning Ravichandran Ashwin, Jasprit Bumrah, and Ishant Sharma. Shahbaz Nadeem seemed a little bit nervous. I don't know what to make of it. And Washington Sundar, I think, was taken to task. He was taken to the cleaners. Perhaps he was brought on at a time when Joe Root had already got his eye in and he was set, and maybe that's why he milked him for so many runs. Be that as it may, that was one challenge, and then India could have responded better, but they did not. And when India ended up having 241 runs behind. In the second innings, India did make up for lost ground. They dismissed England quickly. In fact, they forced England to bat out time towards the end of the fourth day and planted some seeds of doubt in England's mind whether they would be able to give enough time for their bowlers, at the same time set a target high enough for the Indians to not be able to reach it. And then the fourth innings, I think it's a difficult pitch, and I think India did okay. It could have done a little bit better maybe, but I would not say that India fell to bad shots on the second innings that they batted. Maybe the first innings around, there were a couple of bad shots. For example, Ajinkya Rahane got out of a full toss. And the prevailing wisdom is that you should be able to hit the full toss anywhere you want. Either Rahane stepped out to convert a ball into a full toss and then hit it, but not wide enough of Joe Root. Maybe it was a spectacular catch by Joe Root. After all, catches win matches. So we don't know. But the net result of all this is that India ended up losing badly. 227 runs is a big margin of defeat. But I don't think this team is going to lose heart. It is going to go back to the drawing board. It's going to make a few changes and it's going to come roaring back. So in order to try and suggest what could be the changes India needs to make, I thought instead of just looking at the score and then coming up with numbers, I thought I will make it a little bit more of an exercise to try and quantitatively assess each person's contribution. So I have come up with a table that I'm going to explain to you now, and then we will try and make sense of this. So what I did was I wanted to weight the performance, whether it was batting or bowling, with a pitch degree of difficulty. So the way I assign the degree of difficulty for the pitch is it is 1.0 when the team that bats first. So you think of it as 4 innings. England batted first. Their degree of difficulty on the pitch was 1.0. Then India batted. It was I made it 1.25. And then England batted. I made it 1.5. And then India batted. I made that 1.75. Similarly, for the bowling, I just flipped the whole thing. The team that bowled first, I made the degree of difficulty 1.75. The team that bowled second, 1.5. The team that bowled third, 1.25. And the team that bowled last, 1. The reason is, in order to come up with a weighted number, you need to be able to factor in what was the state of the pitch at the time these people were performing. So if you look at that, Virat Kohli scores 70, and then Shubman Gill is at 62. Cheteshwar Pujara comes in at 59, Rishabh Pant at 67, Washington Sundar at 50. You get the idea, you get the numbers here. Now, who would I drop and who would I replace the drop person with? I have one choice on the batting side and one on the bowling side. And let me go with the bowling, which is the more easier one in my opinion. I think that Ishant Sharma is perhaps best rested for the next test and brought back for the third and fourth test. And I think we should play Mohammad Siraj for the second test. So Siraj and Bumrah. And then in the third and fourth test, perhaps Bumrah can be rested and Siraj can be persisted with. And we don't know, the last test, maybe Bumrah can be brought back depending upon how Siraj performs in the second and the third test. So the idea is that distribute the workload of playing fast bowlers, 3 fast bowlers among 4 tests. So that is, if you assume that there are 2 slots, 4 tests times 2 is 8 slots, and these 8 have to be divided up among 3 bowlers. I would do 3 for Ishant Sharma, 3 for Bumrah, and 2 for Mohammad Siraj. And I think that way what happens is there's a little bit of balance in terms of the load that they are going to be sharing. As far as batting is concerned, I have an out of the left field suggestion. I think that I would either move down Rohit Sharma to number 7 and have Washington Sundar open, or replace Rohit Sharma with KL Rahul. And either one is okay. But the reason I'm suggesting Washington Sundar at the top is, remember that he started his first class career as an opener for Tamil Nadu. So he has opened before, so it's not like it is something new. But the most important thing is it gives a left-right combination at the top. And with Pant playing at number 6 and Rohit Sharma / KL Rahul coming in at number 7, if you look at the top 6, you will have 2 left-handers and 4 right-handers, and that sort of gives it a little bit of balance in terms of making the bowlers to adjust their lengths constantly. India has to figure out a way to make sure that English bowling doesn't get on top. The second most important thing, the Englishmen scored a lot of runs on the sweep stroke. India needs to figure out a way to stop that. And I don't have a suggestion for it, but I'm sure a think tank will figure out a way to stop Root from scoring. And once they do that, essentially the English batting revolves around Joe Root. You take care of Joe Root, the rest are not that difficult. Of course, Johnny Bairstow may come back for the second, third, and fourth test. He is a handful, as is Ben Stokes. But it is my conjecture, it is my contention that you take care of, you dismiss Root early. He's like the Steve Smith. You dismiss Root early and the rest of the batting starts feeling the pressure. So let's see how it goes. There are only a couple of days left before the 2 teams meet again in Chennai. Hopefully they prepare a better pitch, and let's hope that the series gets even, because then the third and fourth test matches in Ahmedabad will assume a lot more significance. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to PGurus channel and donate for our cause.